Hi, welcome to Pirkei Avos with Rabeinu Yonah. We're in chapter 5, Mishnah 16. Kol ava shitli b'davar, batel davar, b'tela ava. Any love that is dependent on an external factor, when that external factor disappears, the love will disappear. V'she'ena tli b'davar, love that is not dependent on any other factor, ena b'tela olam. It'll never stop, it'll never cease. Ezehi ava tli b'davar. What is love which is dependent on something? Zu ava's Amnon v'tamar. Amnon v'tamar. This is the love of Amnon to Tamar. Story in Shmuel, Sefer Shmuel. Amnon coveted Tamar for her beauty, and then right after, he was detested by her. What is love which is not dependent on anything? Zu Avos David v'Yonah. This is the love between David and Jonathan. Says Rabeinu Yonah, Ka'anashim ha'mischabrim u'mechavnin lehischabed zem b'pnei zeh ulbasof tizbatel avasam b'pnei shehi tluya b'davar batel. It's like two people that they want to hang out, they want to get together, and they honor each other because it's good for them. So when it's not good for them anymore, then the love will go away. People that love each other, that it's not dependent on anything, is when someone does something l'shem shemayim. He joins with people because they have a common purpose to serve Hashem. Their love is not dependent on something, a fleeting thing. They have a love, let's say people that study Torah together, that love each other, or a family that loves each other, they live their lives to serve Hashem. Such a love will be enduring. But if you love somebody because it gives you honor, it gives you prestige to be associated with that person, then that love is not going to last. Or you love somebody because of their external looks, as soon as the external looks go, then you're not going to love them anymore. So we see here though that l'shem shemayim, doing something for heaven, that is not called Ava shetli b'davar. That's just called love. That we don't view that doing something for heaven as an external reason. Ezi Ava shetli b'davar zu Avos Amnon v'Tamar. The love between Amnon and Tamar. Usneya Amnon sina gedayla ma'od. After he lusted for her very much, and afterwards he hated her very much. Ki gedola hasina asher sneya mina ava asher aheva. It's greater when you love something, and then the hatred that comes after loving someone is greater than just hating somebody. At first he loved her very much, and that hatred that he had afterwards was greater had he not loved her in the first place. The love between David and Jonathan, it was just l'shem shemayim, to serve Hashem. Okay, that's Mishnah 16. Let's all do Mishnah 17. Kol machlekes shehi l'shem shemayim sofa liskayim. Any dispute which is for the sake of heaven, in the end of the day it will endure. V'she'en l'shem shemayim, a machlekes, a fight that is not l'shem shemayim, not for the sake of heaven, ein sofa liskayim, it will not endure. Eza machlekes shehi l'shem shemayim. What is a fight that was l'shem shemayim, for the sake of heaven? Du machlekes Hillel v'Shammai. This was the machlekes, the debate between Hillel and Shammai. Hillel and Shammai had a lot of debates what the proper interpretation of the Torah was, but it wasn't, they were arguing not because they were looking to become victorious over the other person. They didn't want to be proven right. They wanted to get to the truth of the Torah. So since their intent was to get to the truth of Torah, that was a very important debate to have, very important machlokas to have. Very often you'll go into yeshivas and you'll see people screaming at each other. There's videos online actually of Rav Lev Bakst and Rav Shmuel Birnbaum, two very big rabbis who passed away within the past 15 years, and they're fighting at a wedding. It looks like they're screaming at each other. They are screaming at each other. It looks like they hate each other, but that's not what they were doing. They were fighting and arguing because they wanted to get to the truth of Torah. They were really, really good friends. Friends for like 70 years or something. So they were just trying to get to the truth of Torah. So you go to yeshiva, you see people arguing, you'll see people fighting, and then 2 seconds later they're hugging each other and they're friends and they're like nothing happened because they weren't really fighting. They're not having a fight to prove who's right and to become powerful and victorious over the other person. They were just having a fight because they want to get to what the truth of Torah is. Now, what's an example of a machlokas she'ein l'shem shemayim? That's not for the sake of heaven. Zu machlokas korach v'chol adasa. This is the machlokas, the fight that we just read about in last week's parsha between Korach and his followers. Korach, we know his motivation was gaiva. He wanted to be in control. He thought he should be a leader. So that's self-aggrandizement. Wanting to be important. When a person fights for those reasons, that is a bad fight, and that's the type of fight we always have to run away from as quickly as possible. Rabeinu Yonah says in this Mishnah, even though Siyat l'shmai shalonechku legado malasam alahotzi davar la'amito lahamin hadvar maborim shenimtzu shneim mischavim davar echad la'avodas shemakom. So Rabeinu Yonah says that Beis Shammai and Beis Hillel, even though we don't paskin like Beis Shammai, their whole fight wasn't to make themselves great. It was only to get to the truth of Torah. Okay, and that's Rabeinu Yonah. And we did Mishnah 16 and 17. Wishing everyone a great day.